Bang, and we're live. Episode 14, Ski Mask Offensive. Joining me today, not only one of the funniest dudes in the world, but the nicest dudes in the world, Tim Butterly. What's happening, dude?
Oh, it's so good to see you again.
Dude, great to see you. Thanks for fucking coming on. This is unreal.
My pleasure.
Hold on one sec. I can hear an echo here. Bang. All right, that's gone. So, fucking dude, this is honestly surreal. I know that we've gamed before.
What are you talking about, surreal?
This is surreal just because I'll tell you why. Because we've gamed before and we've spoken a lot since you started Dad Meet, I think, and like started streaming and shit. But I remember, dude, the first time I seen you was on episode 1 of A Fair One, way back in the day. Fat Tim and Rainey was there too. And I had no fucking clue who you guys were. I had no clue who Tommy and Shane were. I was just a Compound Media guy. And that episode was so fucking funny. And I liked all of them and you guys right away. And then fucking, how long ago you think that was? 2-3 years ago?
That had to be like 2-3 years ago. And I remember specifically after we did that, because I was so happy for Tommy and Shane to get a Compound show, which I mean, not that it's like small potatoes to them now, but they're such established people that I was like, this is pretty fucking cool. And I remember specifically after that episode, I was just like, man, I should fucking kill myself. I am not funny. So
really?
That was the first time anyone's ever said like, hey, you were funny on the first episode of a
You were great.
Oh man, I'm off the hook.
Dude, you guys were all fucking good. McKeever was on the couch, I remember. And like looking back now, I get, because I remember he kept being like, I have a real fucking job to lose here, guys. Don't put the camera on me. Like we're at Compound Media. And I was like, I wonder what this guy does. And then, years down the line, seeing all John shit and like the shit you've done with them, I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of see where he's coming from.
It's hard to ever feel funny surrounded by those dudes.
Yeah, dude.
That's why I got jacked. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna out chuckle any of these dudes. I'm gonna beat them all the fuck up.
You're not fucking kidding, dude. Because I'm not saying you would never like as fat as you bust your own balls to be.
I was a thick. Well, I was never a blob,
back.
But yeah. I'm a tall fella, so I was I was so substantial that it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then like you always talking about I'm fat, I was, and then you see the picture of you on your Twitch, like what's the away screen? You're fucking shredded, dude. You're out in the wilderness. Yeah, you look like the grizzly man or something.
I do want to fend. I want to fend off animals bigger than me.
Yeah, fucking yeah, dude, it's insane just to see. My point was getting back to it was to see that episode 3. Yeah, I was like, literally, what the fuck was I even talking about?
Sorry, dude.
No, you're good, bro.
I do that. I'm the worst.
No, you're great.
Good. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, dude. I'm a little high, but starting to drink. We're fine. So, yeah, I seen you 3 years ago, and then to sit here doing a podcast with you, and then after even like just playing video games with you and shit is fucking. That's why I say it's surreal.
No, you helped me launch my Twitch channel, which is, I mean, thriving. I don't want to overstate it, but the Twitch channel is thriving, and
I agree.
The first like stride I hit was when we were just playing Bloodborne together.
You think that was the first one?
Absolutely. Well, not. I mean, yeah, it was the first time where I was like doing exactly what I wanted to do. I was playing a video game that almost no one would care about, that I was trying to attract to the channel.
Yeah.
And I think the two of us together made it super digestible and funny.
That was so fucking funny.
And also, dude, hearing a thick Boston accent, like saying Lovecraftian like magic things was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It made me laugh anyway.
Dude.
It's like, watch out, dude, around here. They got, I don't know what the monsters were anymore. They got mind flayers around the corner, dude. Watch out, dude. Around the corner is mind flayers. They're gonna drain your insight.
Dude, that was so fucking fun. That's how I met so many of these guys, that like so many of the Dad Meat fans and shit, was like through that stream.
Hell yeah.
And dude, you're the only Twitch stream I watch. Like I know I've been on it, but and I Twitch stream myself. I'm just starting to fucking try and push the time to get back into it. Just can't crush the threshold for getting paid money. Let's go, baby. Not bragging.
Dude,
not
that's bragging. A high hurdle. That's a high hurdle.
Dude, even though it's only like $100-something bucks, it's still insane to me as an almost 30-year-old that to even get that amount of money for playing a fucking video game. You know what I'm saying? Like to a young kid, it's like, oh, he's a Twitch streamer. He made whatever. He's an affiliate. He made like $100-something bucks. Who gives a fuck? Everyone does that. But as like a somewhat older gamer, I guess, that's insane to me.
Well, okay, I'll put it this way. I see a lot during the quarantine. People are struggling to socialize. People are struggling for any kind of like outlet or like even kind of connection with people. And real quick before I say this, the hurdle to get like monetized on Twitch is you need like an average of 3 live followers over like a course of like 8 or 12 hours in a month.
Yeah.
And when you see it on paper, it feels insurmountable. And it's also, the numbers are so small that you're like, well, I'm a fucking loser because that seems impossible.
Yeah.
And the reason it seems impossible is I've seen people cracking up in the quarantine, and I like just normal dudes I'm watching go like, hey, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch tonight. Why don't you guys drop by? And every single one of them hits this invisible wall where they're sitting on their Xbox and they like, it's got Twitch built into it. Yep. And they hit go live and no one shows up. So just imagine you're playing video games and then point a camera at yourself and invite people to come watch you play and then have no one come up. That's a crushing feeling. That's
devastating,
dude. I'd rather get caught jerking off.
I would too. We actually fucking talked about this on last night's episode, as if anyone ever got caught jerking off. And have you?
No, I think one time I fell asleep with my bird in my hand.
That doesn't count. I've never either. Surprisingly, I've never.
But like, it was a closed fist. I wasn't like pointing it. I was on my back, and I think my dad found me. Is what I was saying.
Oh, that's brutal. Even for your dad to just find you naked with no covers on, it's like, oh Jesus Christ,
like,
what
am I doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, you're in my fucking house and you're naked in bed, dude. Yeah,
you think you're fucking Prince?
Yeah. What did Mike say about his dad? Seeing his dad putting his hands on his hips on a blowjob. Do you remember that?
Oh,
he's told that thing one time. I think he said, "Who the fuck do you think you are, dude?"
Yeah, Rainey's dad. Rainey's dad's a monster. I can't wait for you to get him on here. But
dude, I just shout out to Rainey, man. He's, for any of you that don't know, Ski Mask Ghost is joining in. He's popping in for a sec. Rainey has the COVID. He's probably gonna die.
He's confirmed.
Yeah, he's gonna get 6 Africans to carry his casket, and he's gonna be a wax figure museum funeral like a Puerto Rican playing PlayStation 4. But no, I messaged Mike last night just to say, hey man, hope you're feeling better. Hope the family's good, this, that, and the other. He said he's feeling good. He said it's just gay more than anything.
I think he's lying. I talk to him on the phone, and it's like, dude. It sounds like I pulled him out of a coma every time I call him on the phone.
Yeah, dude, literally. Welcome, Ski Mask host. What's up, buddy?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Good. We were just talking about Rainey having the Ronies right now.
Oh, Rainey got struck down with a dude. Now there's 3 people I know that have the coronavirus.
Yeah. What did you text me earlier? Who was it that got it that you know?
My sister has it, and a person I used to work with has it confirmed. But the only symptoms they have, they can't smell anything. That's it.
Yeah. Mike says he feels fine, right, Mike? Tim for the most part.
Yeah, he says he feels. He says he went for a run around the block and did some push-ups, and that's more than I was able to do when I had it in February. So maybe
I watched you get coronavirus.
Oh,
Tim.
Right.
Now, but they do say that once you get it the second time, that it hurts a little bit worse.
I came down with it live on stream.
Yeah, I watched him go for like a 2-hour stream, and he went from just normal like this, but then he's like, I don't fucking feel so good, guys. And then next thing you know, he's out sick, and then you had a cough for 16 weeks straight afterwards. I think Mike even said at one point on one of your podcasts recently, he goes, I just thought you were bullshitting the whole time, dude. I was like, cut the shit. Get over it.
It was
Paul,
murder.
I heard you did Sports Mask Collective tonight. Is that true?
did. I was telling Tim right before. Yeah, we just did it with we did Sports Mask with it was me, Stancil, Juggy, and Victor, and it was.
Now Victor was in studio?
No. He zoomed in. It was Juggy and Stancil together, and Victor zoomed in.
Oh yeah, he had me confused. He said Victor was in studio.
No. It was fucking hilarious. So I had a great fucking time.
Good.
Yeah, it was awesome. So check that out. They just pre-recorded that. So I don't know. When do you think they'll put it out? Tomorrow?
Yeah, it'll be put out by tomorrow. That way they can get their picks in by Sunday.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious, dude. They're the best. Go watch that shit. I had a good time. But what were we talking about? Corona. So yeah, I messaged him. He said he's doing fine. What were we talking about before? Oh, back to the thing. How devastating it is to get your camera, plug in your PlayStation, fucking log into your Twitch account, stream, and be like, let's go, dude. I'm going to be PewDiePie. And then you play, if Bloodborne or Minecraft for 6 hours and you get 1 viewer one time.
That's devastating. I've been there. I did that years ago. I wasn't like trying to be a streamer, but I would if I had friends that couldn't play a game with us, I'd be like, oh, just check out what we're doing. I would send a link to one person. And then I'd secretly be like, oh, what if like a bunch of people showed up and watched me like be good at video games and be cool? And that's crushing. When you do it on purpose and no one shows up, that's like, whew.
And that's going to always happen in the beginning, unless, I mean, how many did you get even in the beginning, even as like a comedian and like someone pretty well known? And
I mean, single digits probably to start. But I was
Yeah.
also dragging people onto Twitch. I wasn't appealing to video game people. I mean, this is it's stupid for me to even give a shit. But like, yeah, I was dragging people onto the site.
yeah, I think I was in the beginning. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's you, even someone with somewhat of a following, or like people that would support you and shit like that.
I mean, that's being generous to say. But yeah, it's, you know, I had enough that it was worth sticking with it.
Oh, dude, it's streamers. You're one. I'm technically one too now.
Mhm,
They
mhm.
are so fucking gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was my whole point of yours is the only one I watch. I can't
Yeah.
sit there and watch a guy play a video game that's not you, literally. That's
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I don't, it's not that I don't see the appeal, but it's just like, are you that interested in watching someone like just be the most autistic at a video game?
Seriously, like yours is entertaining. That's why fucking people. I mean, obviously people like the games and shit too, but yours is basically you just kind of. It's like a podcast where you're just like it's like a solo podcast with a YouTube chat almost, and you're playing video games on top of it.
Yeah,
It's
I think
funny,
that's.
man.
I think I'm like uniquely talented in that I can kind of play at like a semi-high level and integrate the chat and keep everyone engaged. But I mean, no, I'm just not. I'm not trying to like really make a big deal about that kind of stuff.
Your boy Gumpy's in the chat. You know Gump, right?
Yeah, what's up, Gump?
Danny Poon's here.
Damn, the squad.
The squad. I knew the squad was going to come. Fat gay retards unite. Hell yeah! Finally, dude. I love being a fat gay retard as
That's my
a
mantra.
skinny straight retard. You know what I mean?
It's
It's
a
a
state-
great
yeah.
mantra.
It's a state of mind, dude.
It's 100% a state of mind, and it's definitely a movement, dude. That so many fucking guys can get behind.
It's all about humility. I was explaining to my kids today. I was telling my daughter that she's very smart. She's like, "No, I'm stupid." I was like, "Well, that's. I mean, if you thought you were smart, you'd be a fucking retard." So, you gotta recognize that you're basically shit. You're nothing.
Yeah,
You have nothing natural going in your favor, and then that's like, I don't know. If you realize that can't stop you from fucking taking it, then you get moving. You get your feet moving.
You said you were giving your daughter this chat, this
Yeah.
pep talk. Yeah, that sucks, man. I got a kid, and it's like I think about that shit. Fucking how am I? Because you don't want to tell him any of that. Like your instinct is like, fuck, man. But it's not fucking flowers and daisies, dude. You are fucked.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
life.
yeah. No.
You know what I mean? It's have to break that down to a kid.
I've
Like,
been way too honest with my kids.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Way
how
too
I'm going to
honest.
be, man. I feel like that's how I'm going to be because you look back at how your parents raised you, and it's like they lead you on for a little bit, you know, or not even your parents, just like everyone in general. Like, you know, you could do anything. You're
But they didn't
fine,
know
this, that.
shit, dude. I've peeked behind the curtain. I got to show them. I got to show the
Yep.
next generation what's back there.
You have to, as much as it like.
I hope
fights it.
so. I could be doing it completely. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. Like, because I watch like other dads with like their kids on the internet. Probably shouldn't have phrased it that way, but like you see dudes who are like their daughter's like 11 or like this. She's still my princess. She's still my whole world, and she's doing like preschooler shit. And I'm like, dude, you are setting her up to just be useless in
Yeah.
society. I don't know. I make my daughter like haul shit around, carry every. No, I mean, I feel the need to like show them what the world's really like, and not just like I don't want them to think that like their teacher is their boss. I'm like, dude, yeah, school is kind of bullshit, dude. You kind of do have to game the numbers because school isn't really about you becoming as smart and productive and capable as you can be. It's about you scoring high enough on a test so that they get more money and then they can place you in like a cubicle for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's
I don't
literally
think you're
all
supposed to do this. I'm an idiot.
Do what? Say that to them?
I don't think you're supposed to say that to them.
But you
I can't
do.
help it.
Yeah, no, and I feel like that's how I'm gonna be. No, I can't say because I'm not there yet. He's fucking almost 11 months, so I got a little ways to go there. But I feel like I'm gonna be the same way, man. Like you can't baby a kid because then they turn into a generation of pussies. Like,
Yeah.
not to sound like a grumpy old fuck, but you kind of see it, man. Like,
I don't know, man. I don't have any answers. I'm
I
just
don't
doing what
either.
feels right.
yeah, exactly. You just got to go with your gut. I remember my wife wanted to do like not parenting, but like pregnancy classes and like shit like that, and like read the. I'm like, you just got to wing it. That's the way to go. You just and that's exactly what we did. And things, you know, fucking knock on wood, have been going unreal.
I do.
So far.
This might be a really stupid thought, but I do constantly think like, dude, when we were living in huts, there was no fucking Lamaze class.
Exactly, dude.
Someone crumpled up a leaf and shoved it in your mouth, and you're like, "What's this?" And they're like, "Don't worry about it." And then that, like, "Oh, it induced, labor." I don't know. what
Yeah,
they did back then,
yeah.
but I'm just saying that if someone knew something, they didn't take the time to like slowly introduce the concepts to you. You kind of learned it while you were running full speed, holding a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. That was my exact thought when I thought about shit like that, or just parenting in general, not just like the Lamaze class or shit like that. The
I don't think
birth.
I've said any of this shit out loud or enough for me to not feel like a total fucking retard right now.
No, dude, this is if you feel like a retard, you're my inner monologue almost to a T, dude. About because it's like you have imagine it because this is what I always think of, like when you when you first have your first kid, didn't you think it was like made of glass in the beginning?
Yeah.
Very afraid.
Oh, dude,
very
you're like
nervous.
you're holding the back of their head, even if they're laying down. You're just like, I got to keep their neck perfectly still, or their head's gonna fall off.
Exactly.
They may be so nervous at the hospital, like they can't support their own head weight, and so it's like, oh my god, she's gonna break her own neck. But by the third, you're like one handing it, you might behind the back catch them. You know what I mean? Skyhook them in the bed.
My wife's sister told me, and she's like, yeah, the first one you're so anxious, and by the third one, and you like have to like look up like the vitamins and the diet and this and that, and fucking they got to do this for this one. And by the third one, you just like handing in a slice of pizza. You're like, just figure it out, dude.
Do you have anyone? I don't want to turn this into dad chat.
I know this is like the fucking.
I'm sorry, but do you have people in your life who are like, wow, man, can't believe that? Like they're trying to be like affectionate with you, but they're like, wow, I can't believe they trust you with a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
every time someone that says it to me, I'm like, dude, I hope your kids fucking die.
Dude, not only that when I hear shit like that from people, they're like, wow, dude. And I know they're mostly fucking around, but it's like, yeah, let's see what happens when you have one, dude. Because most of those people don't have one. In my life, at least. I was like the first one out of my close group of friends to get married and have a kid, which
Same.
they all thought it wouldn't be me. Like I would have been the last round draft pick if you were like, if we were 18 and you were like, who out of my 10 closest friends is going to get married and have a kid first? I would.
Oh, it's because you're so handsome. Your friends are all like, dude, no one's going to lock Fenz down.
Not even, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. But not even that. Just the way I lived. I mean, I don't know. I was the most outspoken about fuck marriage, dude. Fuck having kids. I'm just gonna fucking do what I'm gonna do. You know,
but on
the
inside, you were like,
guys.
I wish I had a family. Oh, I crave stability.
That might have been it deep down, but honestly, back then, I believed that. And then I got married. You know, I met my wife. We dated for a couple of years. We got married. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I was like, all right, but probably no kids. And then we had a kid, and I was like, what the fuck was I thinking, dude?
About not
having a kid. Dude, it is. I mean,
it's kind of the whole point.
I don't turn into, like you said, hacky dad podcast, but yeah, fucking, it's unbelievable.
Well, I don't think it's hacky dad. I just think it's dad.
Yeah, it's just every dad.
It might as well be as bad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what's the difference, dude?
Yeah.
Every I got dad autism immediately, dude.
I was born with it.
That's a real disease, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to turn it off too.
I think I'm pretty neurotypical, other than my only autistic trait is like I just get wicked into things for set amounts of time and then give them up completely. My wife thinks I'm autistic for that. Someone said that was more addictive personality type shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like ADHD, but
maybe
that's also probably just autism too.
It's probably, I think everything's autism. I think cancer's autism, dude. it's also a choice too.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, he's terminally into trains.
Yeah, yeah, he's terminally watching the movie Jurassic Park for the 1,000th time.
He's stage 4 categorizing dinosaur bones.
He's stage 8, knows all the presidents and their wives. Dude, I had a guy I worked with at the last dealership who was adult Asperger's, and they let him sell cars, and he was as bad as you'd think. Nicest guy in the world.
I was gonna say, was he the best?
No, he was the worst salesman, but he was the funniest guy to be around. He was just unbelievable. He actually used to do stand-up. He's a Jewish guy from New Jersey. His stage name was something Shecky, so he stole Shecky Green's name, and his license plate was a custom license plate that said Shecky on it, a Massachusetts plate. Yeah, this guy ruled. But anything you'd say was sports, knew the exact date, and anything you'd say with presidents, knew the exact date.
Oh, I love that kind of guy. That's a great guy to work with at like a supermarket.
Yeah, not at a car dealership. Exactly. No. If you're 16 and bagging groceries, or maybe like 18, that's funny to you. Or like, but yeah, when you're in like
you get them all riled up.
Yeah, you're like, dude, we're gonna fuck with Bob so bad out back, dude.
But then when like you're selling cars, there's like money on the line. You're like, dude, would you fucking get it together?
This guy's two desks behind me, like stuttering, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, I can't fucking. No, because he's Asperger. He has adult, so he was very like functioning. Like you could tell he was autistic, but he wasn't like real bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you just know it by talking to him. You go, something's a little off with the guy. But what a career to get into, dude, with Asperger's is selling cars, because the main thing is you have terrible social skills.
Right.
But
and
he
that's all
tried
selling
real
cars
hard.
is. Dude, my brother, I don't think has been like great at a job his entire life, but he's into like talking to people.
Yeah.
He sold cars like after he lost a job one time, and he was like phenomenal at it.
I
And
think
it
he
was just
told
like,
me this, dude.
yeah, he was just getting in cars with people, and he's like, yeah, like everything was like, yeah, me too. Like he could relate to anything. And people
That's
were
the
just
whole
like, "Oh,
job.
black car." Yeah.
That's the whole job. Like, oh, you have a cat? I have a cat. Oh, you live here? I got an uncle that lives there. Like, oh, you like sports?
Yeah, the thing about
that's
cats
whole-
is this thing's actually 6 cylinders. So it's
Yeah.
like, all right, well,
yeah, which is
always
pretty short
steer
of
it back.
9 lives. So if you add that together, your payment's only $490 a month. Yeah, yeah. You told me that I think before that your brother did that, and then he got into some like bigger and better sales, right? You were telling me.
yeah. He's turning it in like a sales career now, which is, I mean, good for him.
Dude, I'm
I
at the
couldn't
point
do
in
it.
my life where I kind of make that decision. I've been doing it since right out of high school. My game plan was be a cop by joining the military. Squash that real quick. Decided to take a year off and think about going to college. Then I was going to go to college. As I was in that year off, the chick I was dating at the time worked in at a dealership, a very big one down here in Boston. And she goes, "Why don't you sell cars?" And back then, dude, I swear on my life, at I think I was 17 at the time, I did not know the difference between a 4 and a 6-cylinder engine. I was never a car guy.
Sure.
I've never done anything but like restaurant
Almost doesn't
jobs.
matter.
Does not, and I will say this for the record, does not matter.
Right.
You could literally not know where the steering wheel is. If you could talk
Yeah.
to people, you could sell it. But anyways, started doing it, made a good amount of money, and then here I am 10 years later, still doing it. So I'm at that point in my life where it's like, do I make a sales career, whether it's cars or software or whatever the fuck, dude? Or
You
do I
ever
figure
think about
something
getting like a job as like a janitor at like a university and just like seeing if there's any chalkboards with some math problems on them and just like, I don't know,
else? Maybe something
giving them
like
a
that.
shot. Yeah.
Maybe like go down to a Harvard bar and ask
Yeah.
if there's equations on the walls and
Yeah,
shit.
maybe. I don't know. That's what
Beat
you
up-
guys do.
Beat up some guinea I went to elementary school with named Carmine.
That's like that's the Boston version of cheesesteaks. You know what I mean?
Is that it?
People just
What-
constantly bring up Goodwill Hunting.
No, it's usually park the car in Harvard Yard. That's
Yeah,
the
well.
what's the hack line they say if you hear you from Philly? Because no one really knows a Philly accent unless they listen to you guys, and it's my favorite accent.
Yeah, they
in the
mostly
world.
just say like throwing batteries. That's all.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is throwing batteries at Santa Claus. Yeah, that's true. Like
Yeah.
shitty sport. Yo, you shitty sports.
Like if
fans.
Philly had like an overused hack line, it'd be like, "Yo, I fucking can't, dude. I got court in the morning." That's what like park the car at Harvard Yard would be.
It's so fucking infuriating when someone says that. You know what I mean? And I get why. I get it, but it's just like, have you ever heard the same thing 27,000 times?
Yeah, for sure.
Like the same hack. It's the same thing as like, what do people always say to cashiers? It's like, anything else I can get you? And they go, the winning lottery numbers,
Oh,
you know,
right.
like some stupid fucking line like that. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to blow my fucking head off at this cash register.
Yeah, Philly, they just talk about like certain foods and then like unfortunate sports events.
Yeah. We're just accent in movies. And I
I
guess
think you have a
sports
even more distinct accent. The Philly accent is almost like it could be a couple different places. Like the Philly accent gets a little bit down into like Maryland and shit like that. And
Mid-Atlantic accent. You guys all
yeah.
do sound similar, and I didn't even really know that until starting to listen to you guys. Like all of you,
Mhm.
the whole universe of Shat Nation and whatsoever. Like, yeah, I didn't even know there was like a comedy scene there. I knew like Kevin Hart was from there and Big J, and then I fucking hear you guys and like you guys are that group is the best podcast out right now. Like, period.
That's so funny because you didn't hear any of us until we were all like kicked out of the local scene.
And that's exactly. Exactly.
That's all you need to know about the Philly comedy scene is that like, yeah, once you're out of it, that's when you got a shot.
Yeah, because what are you gonna do? Fucking what's it called? What's the Chinese joint down there that kicked all you guys out?
Oh, we don't talk about them anymore.
Oh fuck! I think I brought it up when I. Had
I think they're
Six and
gone.
Shane. They must be gone through Corona, dude. There's no way a place like that's staying open.
All I'm saying is that like it's a very tight knit community, and the second that they turn their like they have you in their sights, you're like suddenly I don't know if it changes the way that you do things or like some constraints are off, but man, oh man, watch these fucking retards blossom.
Oh, dude. You go, yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's like that way everywhere in like these comedy communities. It sounds like pretty universal.
I guess so.
That's-
I just
it's
never
like
had any interest in leaving Philly, so I don't know. I don't know anything about it
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Are you doing stand up at all still?
I did it a couple times during quarantine, and I don't want to do outdoor shows.
That's gay.
Yeah, and I mean,
It can be good. Like my buddy me, the other co-host, put one on, and it was fun. But that was because he did it at his house with all comics that we all know and a bunch of people just partying. It was more like a, you know,
me and
like
Randy
a
did one in a
rooftop
backyard around here, and it was like pretty tight. Like it wasn't socially distanced. It was just
neither
like
was this.
And it was a great time.
Yeah, it was more of just like a huge party where they did hours or hour and a half worth of stand up.
But if someone was able to force me to do a show to a parking lot full of cars with people beeping instead of laughing or clapping, I would pull a gun out of a manila envelope and blow my brains out in front of them.
Dude,
that'd be my opener. How about you, Danny jokes?
Yeah. You see, you know, from Dabby, Tim Butterly. How's it going, guys? So you just literally pull it out of the envelope.
Cool.
Yeah, don't go closer. Don't. That's dude. Bud Dwyer, what a hero.
That'd be so funny. A bunch of car horns after Bud Dwyer blows brains out.
And then just you'd be doing it in Philly, so just fucking reggaeton just in the background as your blood's pooling on the makeshift stage at a fucking Denny's parking lot. So speaking of that, how's the new place, dude? You must love it.
Dude, it's so quiet. I feel like I'm just getting so much done. I must have told like a million people this so far, but the mental state that you get into when you have no control over what's coming into your own ears day to day is something I've never experienced anywhere else. I've experienced like violence. I've experienced random violence. I've experienced like horrific family situations. Nothing in my life comes as close to the darkness of like trying to watch a movie and there's nothing I can do about the fact that it's being drowned out by, you know, vaguely foreign music.
That must be so painful, dude.
It's like, and then like my wife and I look at each other and it's like, it's cars passing by. It's people out, like, so if it's someone outside playing music, you can go outside and be like, hey, could you stop? And they go, oh, I'm so sorry. Like they act apologetic. And then like the next night it's back on.
Yeah.
But living on a street like living on a street where people are on their way to go drag race and they're like peeling out, sitting at the red light in front of your house. And they're listening to reggaeton loud enough to like shake your refrigerator. It's just like, it feels like being a hostage somewhere. And we don't have to deal with that anymore, dude. We got stars at night. We got crickets. I mean, I never imagined this. If this was like
crickets,
this is as far as I made it my entire life.
Yeah.
I'd be thrilled. But I mean, this is not as far as I'm making it.
No, fuck no, dude.
It's just a start, dude.
Sky's the limit, dude.
This is just the start.
Wait till it's Tim with his hair dyed fucking shock yellow on Twitch with 87 million viewers at once.
Woo! Making fucking $95,000 a month. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, that might be cool or something. Look at those lights in his PC. Who the fuck's going to say otherwise, bro?
Yeah, come say something about these. I dare anyone.
In the hentai hideaway down there.
The hentai hideaway.
Holy fuck, dude.
Putting this place on the fucking map.
Yeah, man. So you're what, like 20 minutes outside the city now?
No, I'm still technically inside Philadelphia.
Oh, just edges, like
15
burbs.
minutes away from my house. Yeah, the Northeast is a pretty big place. And it gets, you know, you can go down some side streets. Like if I drive 5 minutes from here, I'm back in, you know, the war zone.
Dude, going back to the Philly accent real fast, I wanted to say this. When I went to that, speaking of that secret show I was telling you about in my buddy's backyard, there was a lot of Philly, like Compound Media, that world fans there. There was one dude behind me when we were watching the show, and he had like, you know, Beezer trying to do an even thing, or he had like Chris Wood Philly accent. You know what I'm saying? But he was like a 40-year-old Midwest guy, like just real bad. And I heard him, and I went to my wife, and I was laughing because I love it, dude. It sounds so ridiculous to me. And I go to my wife, I go, "Is that how I sound to like other people? Like, is that how ridiculous I sound?" And she's from Arizona. She's like, "Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it."
I was like, "Damn, dude." So that is the enjoyment.
You sound way worse than us. You sound way worse than any. Actually, no, you're probably the version of like the Boston accent that we're making fun of in Philly when we make fun of Philly people.
I promise you, it gets worse than this. Mine is mine's like moderate range.
You are what I imagine Chris Wood's level of accent would be if he was in Boston.
I'm trying to think of who I could equate it to. No one really, because people in your crew either just have it real bad or they don't. No one really kind of has it.
Yeah,
I mean, I hear
worked to
McCusker
get rid
saying
of it.
like water and shit like that, but other than that, he doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like certain words. But dude, this kids I went to high school with, this family members of mine, where you'd be like, "Are you speaking a different language?
Yeah,
Like,
are you
think
retarded? The more regional your accent gets, the more retarded you sound.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. But that's true. It's the same with down south. You could be the most eloquent, intelligent Southern guy, and with that thick Southern fucking accent, you sound like an idiot. To me, at least. I'm sure I'm the same way to someone else.
Well, it depends. If it's like a guy with like a beaten up floppy hat talking, and he's got like, you know, a fucked up shirt that's like where the buttons are all one button off. Yeah, they sound retarded. But if it's a guy like giving you directions in New Orleans to like a waffle place, that can sound kind of nice. I can really, dude, a like a drawn out Southern drawl can feel like a breeze to me.
So that was the word I was looking for. I was like Southern. I almost said brogue accent. Southern brogue, just not fucking mix, Southern redneck mix.
Yeah, like if you catch a guy that's like, well, perchance on a night like this, I might be I might be amenable to sorting myself out by a fire and drinking a bit of sweet tea and just recounting all the times I've said the N-word at Walmart. Like that. Yeah. I could listen to that for hours.
Like Frank Underwood, like House of Cards, Spacey.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
he's a little intense. It's got to be a little bit more laid back than him.
Yeah, take it down one notch from Underwood.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But yeah, I could be carried away by that.
That's true. Yeah, you're right there. And it's the same thing here. It's like there's like that, like
there's not.
There's not. It's all the same. We're all fucking.
Was it Frasier? Frasier was the New England accent that had the
Boston Brahmin.
That was the sophisticated.
The Mr. Feeney.
I hate it.
I hate that too. Nobody speaks that way.
I thought it was British growing up.
It kind of is. Those guys might as well have been 170 years old because they were the only two in the world who still spoke like, at least that live here. I don't know, unless there's some like, you know, wealthy island. I don't know.
You don't know what neighborhood they're from?
Yeah, maybe I just never made it that far out of the city.
That'd be hilarious if there was like a sophisticated Philly accent in like Rittenhouse Square.
What would it be mixed with? Like French? Instead of being like a British weird thing?
It would sound like when Bill and Ted are like giving their presentation. Like, yo, and behold, onto me. Oh, I'm fucking gay.
Did you see the third one? Was that any good?
Yeah, it was a joy.
Was it?
Oh,
it was going to suck dick. I still haven't seen it.
I mean, it probably wasn't that funny, and it was more than likely a terrible script, but boy, oh boy, did I feel good watching it.
Yeah. That's memory lane. And that's like, that came out like, was that 80s? That was 80s, right? Or early 90s?
Yeah, 80s, early 90s.
So either way, that was when I was either not born or just born. So that was like, that was akin to like Back to the Future for me, where it didn't come out, but like we all watched it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not your childhood, but it's from like you watched.
Like I watched it in childhood. Sure. Exactly. You know, it's probably like, you know, because what are you in your early 30s, mid 30s? Yeah, early 30s, right? That's what I thought. So yeah, we're just like, you were like one high school class ahead of me, basically.
Probably.
Which can change everything from like mid 80s, late 80s to early. I'm 92, so early 90s, and then even early 90s to like 90. Dude, if you were a late millennial, you might as well be a different person than me.
I still know people who were like seniors when I was a freshman, and I'm like, you are grandparents.
Dude, same here.
Not my generation.
Especially when you were in high school.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that guy's married.
That's a man.
Kid. Yeah. That's a man, dude. I was like, I can't grow a single facial hair. Like, I'm just gonna start getting pussy hopefully this year. You know.
Wait, did you say pussily first?
Yeah, I did.
Is that the adverbial form?
That's Sicily, where you just get laid all the time, dude. Pussily. Shout out to my ancestors. Fucking yeah, dude. They were men, and now you look at a high school kid, and it's like, holy fuck, dude, that is a child, bro.
Dude, people that were freshmen when I was a senior, those are still children.
Yeah, it's weird that age gap in your life, 14 to 18, you age 20 years in that 4 years. Like I feel.
Yeah,
you get laid, you start drinking, you smoke weed for the first time or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean most people.
Oh, maybe not. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I'm still a virgin.
I don't mean,
dude, I'm
I
still
don't mean
a fucking
to assume.
virgin.
I don't mean to assume your fucking chastity situation.
Someday I'm gonna fuck, dude, and it's gonna rule. But until then, man.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if you this whole time, like all three of your kids weren't yours, and you were an incel this whole time, married, 3 kids.
I swear to God, I tell people this all the time. If my wife didn't fucking lock me down, I would be an incel working at GameStop right now. There was no path forward for me.
Would you be store manager at least?
No, I'd be the cashier. That's like, dude, I'm just too fucking smart for this place, dude. They don't even like if they would never trust me to run one of these because I'd do such a good job that I'd make everyone else look bad. So like they basically have to make me regional manager, and like they basically make you like put your time in first, and I'm not gonna do that because like I don't know, dude. Give me like 6-7 more months, man. I'll probably like move on. I'm gonna even start my own game store. That would be me. I'd be that cashier, and then you work there for like 25 years.
You got a ponytail. It's great.
Yeah,
You're
just
like,
swinging a lanyard around your finger,
Yeah.
bothering people.
just a key holder.
God,
not even
that
a
would be
manager.
me. Man, that would rule. I'm talking about it like it would suck. I would. What a life that would be.
That would be a fucking life. That would be some life to be that guy. You could game all the time.
Oh, dude, yeah. The whole time you're like not even looking at the customer. You're like talking to your coworkers. You're like, yeah, dude, I'm basically probably just gonna buy the Reddit gold for myself. And then like you'll check it on the customer like, you want to upgrade that to the GameStop Advantage card? It's only like it's basically I'll just gonna put it on there. It's only like 15%.
They do that.
Yeah.
They're good salesmen for autistic guys, for sure. They will really pressure you into pre-orders and upgrading to the fucking silver card.
Yeah, dude. Every single dad that came in, I'd be like, oh, dude, say no more. Let me get you Madden from 3 years ago for him.
Yeah, that'll be $2.99 for Madden 04. Thank you. That's funny, man. GameStop, I think they're done. To be honest with you, right? With all the digital shit.
I'm surprised they're not. I'm surprised there's anything left of GameStop now.
Me too, man. It's one of those things where it's almost like a car dealership where you're getting fucked when you go there. As far as, how like the meme is like, oh, I gave them 18 PlayStations and I got like $60 or whatever, shit like that. You're getting smoked, but everyone just goes there anyways. It's the
When
only
was the last time you were in an empty GameStop? Never.
Probably. There's always at least one lurker. There's always at least one other customer just creeping around a wall or something.
There's a lot of like the uninitiateds, like I don't know, single moms, single parents love GameStop.
True. That is very true. There's a single mom with 4 kids that are ripping off fucking Funko Pops.
Yeah.
And she's asking like, what's the best, Sega Nintendo game or whatever, I guess that's probably a little low. It's probably a little different now, but do you remember that when parents would just call everything Nintendo?
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking great.
My dad probably still does.
Dude, I guarantee you. Actually, my mom won't. If my grandmother was still alive, she would definitely call it Nintendo, and my mom used to too, for sure. Everything was Nintendo.
Yeah, that was great. They didn't give a shit.
They didn't give a fuck, dude. And they also, looking back as a parent, imagine wasting all that money on like Pokemon cards or fucking, SNES or NES and all those games and shit. Back then, like, because video games are pretty normal.
Not knowing that there was more than one, it's like, am I just buying you the same thing over and over again?
yeah. It's like, dude, Pokemon cards are like just like a old grandma being like, can you get me a pack of cigarettes every single day? You're just buying the same thing over and over and over.
They could have been the next Beanie Babies. They could have. They could have went belly up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kids are probably cooler than adults always.
I saw a fucking thing cross my algorithm on YouTube, which you always talk about tighten up your algorithm, dude. I had a PewDiePie opening Logan Paul opening a
STD test.
yeah. A fucking bill for his electricity getting shut off. Didn't they shut him down in LA?
No, the city did. The cops did, I think.
Yeah. A summons to court then. No, a fucking like $100,000 Charizard that I probably had as a kid and is in a storage unit or in a dumpster somewhere right now.
Man, that was always a fun feeling. Like, I'm going to cash in on this someday.
Never.
What would you buy with it? More Pokemon cards.
yeah. Well,
our parents fucking sucked because they couldn't learn Nintendo and Sega. Could you imagine if your entire family time traveled to right now and they had to learn all the shit that kids do now?
Oh my God, dude. Like nutty. I'm surprised my parents are doing as well as they are, to be honest with you. I hear stories where, my dad can't, he doesn't even know what a cell phone is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he doesn't have any children's stuff to put up with. Your dad probably still he probably still reads a newspaper.
No, he strictly reads Drudge Report on the app on his phone, smoking cigarettes in front of the stove with the fucking fan on.
Yeah, well, there's definitely a pipeline for marketers to get to our parents. So they only know like what someone is selling them. Like they don't know any cool shit. They only know like Every time there's like a new shitty like brand of alcohol out, my stepmom knows about it. She'll be like, "Oh, you haven't tried," like when Fireball first came out. She was like,
that was exactly what I was going to say.
Fireball. You guys don't know about Fireball? Like she was making the biggest deal about Fireball, and it was because like something was either in like a coupon book she was looking at, or like I have no idea how they advertised it directly to her, but she was like, "Oh my god, no one knows about this yet." And then like the following week, it was the most popular liquor in the entire world.
Dude,
this was like 10 years ago.
I know it was. And I was literally going to mention that when you said what popular alcohol, that was the first thing that clicked in my brain was Fireball. Cause I don't know what the cool, Trulies and White Claws. That's like, I guess the cool new.
Oh yeah.
Like
White Claws. Oh my God. Or like
LaCroix. LaCroix.
That's what I would say. But yeah, like when LaCroix came out, they were like, they get so excited about like the thing that like someone sold them, like an advertiser got to them about.
They have to be proud about their purchase, Tim. It's the same thing with cars. Someone will literally call you like a lying dickhead to your face, and then the second they actually buy the car, they are so proud of themselves. And it's the same thing. You kind of have to like justify you have to justify that you just got sold on something. Basically, I think that's what it is.
I don't know, because I feel like that's our response. If we were sold something, we would respond that way. But we also are spending a lot of our time like finding shit that pertains to our interests, like going out of our way. And I don't think that they have that curiosity at all. I think that they just take what's presented to them, and then they're like, "Oh, I spent money. I better make a big deal about it. It's so exciting."
Yeah.
But they don't know that. They're like, dude, you can find shit that's actually really cool that you're into. They have no idea.
Yeah, you don't have to be told what is cool.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for a fucking soda to come out and someone to like take money out of your hand for it. You like, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to do more research on this.
No, I think you hit it fucking dead on, dude. Do you remember when growing up, I'm sure you heard this a billion times, that like TV and video games were going to ruin us?
Yeah. And they mostly have.
Okay. Well, let's be honest. They mostly have. Rap music, rock music, and video games have mostly ruined all of us. But our parents have gotten psyoped harder by social media than any of us.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? At least you can sit back and go like, "Oh, they're trying to get me with this ad," or "This is too specific," or like, "This is just someone bitching about politics," and like, or whatever it is. Parents like see something and they're like, it's like they're reading a newspaper in 1980 or 1990. Like,
yes.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. 100%.
Oh, you dude, I mean? I'm too fucked up for this right now. But I was there was a David Bowie clip going around the internet earlier this week. And it was from like 1997 or something like that. And I think it was David Bowie. It could have been nobody. I might be retarded, but I think it was David Bowie he was doing an interview, and he was talking about how the internet was about to become something that kind of gave everyone that peek behind the curtain. Because it's like popular media and culture was basically just like the culmination of like a shared consciousness. Like everyone agreed that like you make your boss happy, the government is good.
Yep.
There's nothing hidden in my food, and I only need one newspaper. And he said the internet was going to burst that wide open, and it was going to be the transition to people having like to being more connected to the world was going to be like jarring. And I think our parents just avoided that entirely by treating social media as like face value, not like necessarily a good thing, but they just want to accept what's like shoved upon them instead of like maybe like digging through and like getting behind it.
Dude, that is like, when did he make that quote? In the 90s? Like right when the internet was coming out, like AOL Online and shit?
It definitely looked like the 90s. It was pre 9/11. I'm almost 100% certain.
That's fucking like eerily like Orwellian spot on too, because that was it.
Yeah, but he was also like big into like doing drugs and like probably the countercultures that he was bouncing in between were already saying the shit that was about to like the internet was about to like bring into like teenagers' homes.
True, he was like the non-mainstream guy even before even when it was just like, oh, you get.
God, I hope it was David Bowie. Someone's gonna be like, Tim's a fucking moron.
No,
but
dude, no, we don't fact check on this show. What are we, gay? Come on, dude. We just fucking let it rip. Fenz is so Boston trash. He definitely has an old-time switchblade mustache comb. I don't. I think I purchased one in an arcade one time with tickets, but I don't own one currently.
Crush mine with a knife.
Dude, show him the Damascus Steel, Tim. Flash that for the fucking boys and girls in the chat. I'm sure you got it handy.
The Damascus is for Rainy.
Oh, true. Yeah.
This is Daddy's jungle knife. Stainless steel. Look at this point. Look at that, dude. Do you think I'm not going to tear a fucking bear's head off?
Fuck no. Didn't your sister one time, wasn't she in the chat saying she got confronted by a bear? Or were you just hypothetical?
No, she did get confronted by, this is before she got confronted by a bear, but she saw one pretty recently.
Yeah, she's up in the sticks up there, right? Pacific Northwest.
She's outside of Portland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never seen a bear in real life. We
saw one run past our car.
Yeah, they're I find just like, well, I guess you're still in Philly, but you're out in a way better, more suburban.
I see deer now. I saw deer when
everywhere,
I was running.
man. Everywhere here, dude. I grew up in basically, the best way to describe it to you would be the Delco of Boston.
Sure.
So from what I heard from Six, that's like the area directly bordering the city, correct?
Yeah.
Is that the best way to put it?
Yes, that's the best way to put it. I think it does. Yeah. You can transition right into Upper Darby from the city. Yeah,
so I grew up in the just outside of the city. The city's just south of it to Boston. Like my high school, you could see the bridge to Boston from 2 football fields away. Mm-hmm. So like right over the fucking line. Same thing. So it's like a Delco, I guess. And it's like so I grew up there. Then I lived in Boston as well. And then same thing. I'm out probably 20, 30 minutes from the city now, and it's like this fucking. I grew up in a real urban environment, and there's like, I go out in my yard, there's 10 rabbits in my backyard. There's like, I walk my dog and a coyote confronted us, like shit like that. Like, I'm
stand your ground.
Dude, I put my fucking hands above my head and went, bah! And he fucking ran away, dude.
You made yourself bigger.
I did. You're supposed to make yourself bigger, dude. And same thing with bears. What is it? If it's black, yell back. If it's brown, fall down. That's a life tip. Some of you might fucking live from that. I think that's it. If not, I just made that up and I'm going to copy it.
That's actually a Boston saying about minorities.
Holy shit.
Hopefully it fucking works about bears too.
Yeah. Let's hope. Bears are a hockey mascot at least. Fuck, dude. But yeah, it is surreal, like, to just look out my backyard and there's just a fox just lazing about. Where the fuck am I, dude? Amish country?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm not even that far outside the city or in like a very, rural area. It's still like pretty just suburban.
I've done a campfire almost every day since I've been here. I go out back, I light a fire, and then we just sit in lawn chairs around it.
That's fucking unreal, dude. There's nothing better than a good bonfire. I heard you talking about when you had fucking rumpus time alone when the wife and the kids left, and it was like you, Tommy, and whoever else. Mm-hmm. That must have been the fucking coolest thing in the world, dude.
It was. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that's like, I can't wait till my fucking wife and kids leave. It's no weekend.
Come on.
To be able to like create that kind of scenario for my closest friends was a feeling I couldn't have imagined a year ago.
Yeah, because you literally, I mean, you talk about like, I don't let my kids outside, and then to go from that to like, I'm chilling in my backyard. I got a fucking bonfire. We got the fight on. We're drinking beers. We're probably smoking weed. We're just living the life.
I just took my son to the supermarket, and I was like, we need, he's 10. And I was like, oh, we need marshmallows. Can you go get them by yourself? And just being able to like send him off on his own in the supermarket is completely foreign.
Being able to literally, I mean, it's fucking hack, but to not lock my door, not give a fuck, just walk around my neighborhood. You see the same couple people. It's unreal, dude. And I think I keep telling my buddies this because they're, whatever. They're like, you're out in the suburbs now, this, that, and the other. I'm like, the city's a young man's game, dude. That is a young man's game.
Yeah, you can live there forever if you don't have any skin in the game.
Yeah, if you want to pay like $2,600 for a studio and like still go clubbing into your like mid-30s, like, go ahead, man. But I don't know. It feels like it gets old after a while. Maybe I did it too much when I was younger.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how happy you should be to see people if it's like you're only seeing them at bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
8 years ago, that's what I would have been like, yep, that's exactly what I did. But now it's like, wow. And I still have to, I'm sure you still have buddies even that's like, they go out every weekend or close to 3 days a week.
Well, I mean, that's no one's life now, but.
Well, you know what I mean? If it was available, they would be like, dude, we're going to the bar tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, fucking football on Sunday. It's like.
Yeah, at a certain point, it does start to feel like you're avoiding things.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's fun. Don't get me wrong when you're younger, but whatever. I don't know. It just maybe I'm just biased as having a family and just chilling now.
Yeah, dude, you're having you're justifying your purchase with your lifestyle now. You're like, actually being a dad.
Fuck,
rules.
dude. God damn it.
Have you guys tried being a dad? You guys have to try being a dad. It's the best. Get out of the city.
I know you guys get deep, dude, but don't fucking psychoanalyze me, Tim.
No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding because I feel the same way, obviously.
No, seriously, but maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Either way, whatever. Perception's reality, brother. You know, right?
Just undid any argument we've made in the past hour.
Yep. And it's called blowing up our heads. Oh, Fiscaro's here, everybody. Yeah, we're just undoing the entire, how long have we been on? 50 minutes. Fucking, yeah, dude. I don't know where to go from there. I completely lost my train of thought.
Oh, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
No,
you're saying the city's a young man's game. We were in agreement. And
like, I know you were there, but that's not like because you chose to have a 1-bedroom and try and get pussy every weekend. Like, you just like that was like your family house, and like, you know, you'd been there and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, so I'm the wrong person to ask, man. I had the wrong perspective on the entire thing. It felt like a trap. No.
But do you not agree that as it's a single young man's game, or like a yuppie girlfriend boyfriend that have cubicle jobs and don't want to commute? Or whatever.
I mean, it's funny, like watching the people that moved into the shitty neighborhoods and turned them into rich people neighborhoods, because they don't actually, it's almost like they don't even live there. Like,
yeah,
they tear down the houses, they build new houses with like off street parking, like you park in the bottom of the 3-story transformer owner house.
Yeah.
You don't utilize any of the public services. You pay for your kids to go to an extremely expensive private school.
Yep.
And you live close enough to like some, like, it's almost like a touristy front, like a cool strip that gets built up, and then you stroller up and down that among the increased car traffic that the people that already live there can never get around anymore. And meanwhile, if you took a walk 15 minutes in either direction from where you are at that point, you would be you'd be so terrified that your wife would leave you.
Yeah,
that's the way I feel about the city.
And then they also shit themselves when those same people from 15 minutes away come walking through.
Oh,
like, it's
God,
so fucking funny to see. I mean, Boston, same as every other city, gets gentrified in certain parts, and it's like to see a brand new, like, $1 billion, like you said, a whole new strip that's like the newest fucking space age Star Trek looking, you know what I mean? Like the nicest condos and movie theater and shit. And then it's literally just a mile of sleepyheads. Just fucking and sucking and shooting up on the sidewalk, like within viewing distance. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk about this on like either on Twitch or Dad Meet, but we lost a movie theater this week in Philly, the Riverview.
Rip to the Riverview,
and it was in South Philly. It was on the waterfront, and it was a black movie theater. But it was my movie theater. That was where I preferred to go to see movies. I went there alone a lot, and it was very funny after it closed, watching a lot of people who probably cherish having good opinions about things, writing their farewells to the Riverview, saying shit like, "Well, you know, the theater wasn't perfect. There was a lot of people with like crying babies and talking on cell phones during horror movies and." Like, just saying,
it's like, just say it. If you know what you're trying to say.
It was insane watching. Like, they stopped just short of saying like a capital T them in every sentence, like, and like, just the most racist shit. If they would have just identified who they were talking about, but they didn't think twice about it. And I think if you pointed it out, they'd be like, and they delete everything.
Yeah,
because they just have no idea.
The account's protected right after you call them out, so they can fucking wipe out this shit. Like,
they were like, it's almost like they were stream of consciousness describing what they think of minorities, and then they didn't even think that that's what they were doing, and they just click send, and like writing 5,000 word essays about how black people ruined their movie going experience.
It's like, first of all, no shit. Second of all, I thought you guys were supposed to be the ones. It's like the ones that, like you said, are the most like. How did you describe it? Their opinions.
They cherish having the capital G good opinions.
Yes, the people that have to have the quote unquote right take all the time.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, you're the most racist. The guy that like bust balls and like you know can say like racist jokes. What you would call a racist joke and like laugh about it like. They're usually not. It's usually you literally describing to it. Like, you're like, that was a funny movie theater, dude. Like, so many good memories there, and you can make a joke about a black guy on a cell phone or crying babies or whatever. And them describing it that way is almost like being like, college drank at my water fountain. I didn't appreciate that. You know what I mean? And have these people, do you think they've ever even, first of all, been to that fucking movie theater?
I would be willing to bet that they'd had never had a genuine interaction with someone that wasn't like either from their race or income level in their entire lives.
That's what blows my mind, man. Is like,
it used to blow my mind, and now it's like it's just such a given anymore that
I know,
you know what?
I know. It's just such like the standard that it's like I don't know. I don't even know why I say it blows my mind, because like you said, it's so stereotypical of people like that.
Every once in a while, there's like a sharp reminder, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, man. It's almost like it's like a bit almost.
Yeah.
It's like, are you trying to be? When you read like the Babylon Bee or like one of those, or like a fake Twitter account, like trying to be parody. It's almost parody.
Yeah.
Like, really, dude?
It's bad parody.
Yeah, it's like bad parody where they don't even know it. You're like, come on, and then guys,
as you would have pointed out, they'd get so defensive that it would end up with you being like put on trial for something.
Oh, you would be, you'd be minister of propaganda, fucking, Tim Goebbels in 3 seconds, dude. You would be exiled again from Philly.
Yeah, but I mean, who gives a shit about them one way or another?
They're so fucking gay, man. And dude,
it's one thing for us to point it out to each other here.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
Is it an issue for me beyond this? Absolutely not, dude. We don't even participate.
Nope. And thankfully you brought that up, because you and Rainey listen to fucking Dad Meat podcast. Everybody I'm sure a lot of you do, but anybody who doesn't know it, listen to Tim and Mike Rainey. They're so fucking funny. You guys have on, and you guys talk about this all the time, like getting messages from people and shit. I've never really messaged you like a heartfelt thing or like I'm having a problem, because we've just talked or whatever.
We talk it out.
Yeah. We've just had we played video games, or I messaged you whenever, same with Rainey. And, but you've honestly like had a positive effect, positive display of, what is it?
Vulgar display of positivity.
Vulgar display of positivity. Thank you. I couldn't remember the Pantera thing.
Don't worry.
Buy their fucking t-shirts too. I think they're sold out right now, right?
Only the double XLs. We still got normal people sizes.
All right, they got normal. They got type 1 diabetes and under.
If you can get off the couch in 2 tries or less, we got shirts in your size.
If you can do two fucking rock back and forths and get up, dude, you're in. Fucking but you've had, like, as gay as it sounds, and you always say like it's this, that, and the other's gay on the as far as positivity goes. You've had an honest positive effect, because I swear to God, I've had moments in my life where I get spun up about some stupid bullshit, and it's just a visceral reaction. It's almost like reptilian brain type, like. You'll see something or somebody doing something, and you're like, this makes me fucking mad. And I'm like, dude, who fucking cares, man? Mm-hmm. Why, like you say all the time, why even participate? Fucking, there's no point.
Yeah, a lot of times you can identify like who wants you to care as well.
Oh yeah, big time.
That,
once you take one step back.
That's like the best exercise for it. Like when you feel yourself getting spun up about, like right before I came on here, someone was chirping up about Seth Simons was doing something again. But he's always going to be doing something.
Exactly.
And every time he pulls your attention, it's like a success on his part and a failure on your part. Mm-hmm. And the reason I'm saying that is because like nothing he does can affect anybody at this point. Obviously, you got Shane. I mean, what he's done in the past doesn't matter. What I'm saying is like when you're getting upset, and it seems to be you getting upset seems to be the reason someone was doing something. I understand that sometimes it feels like it's unavoidable to get upset, but if you're able to just like identify who you're getting upset for, like who it benefits, that's like the first step to just like, all right, I can put the brakes on it. Like, you know what I mean? I can close off the bulkhead and minimize the damage I'm going to do to myself here.
Yeah, that's
lashing out plays into their plan or boosts them up in some way, even if it's not good for them. It's toxic for them to want you to get spun out. It's toxic for them, and it poisons themselves. Like even if they don't do damage to anyone else, they're disfiguring their own soul. And as soon as you identify whose ends you're meeting by like typing with your hands shaking, the sooner you can get back to something that'll just nourish you.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally it. It's what, like, you got to take one step back. This is what I've taken from you guys. Take a step back, and like you just said, who's it benefiting? What reaction are they looking for? When someone just throws out a like, hey, da 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 da, whether it's on the internet or in person or whatever, it's just like, what reaction are they fucking looking for, dude? You know what I'm saying? You're playing right into their hand. And like you said, they're not the dickhead. I mean, they are, but you're the bigger dickhead for falling for the trap.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt you more in the long run.
Especially if you have an awareness of it. Especially if you're aware that like they're just trying to get your attention. It's like, oh, I'm not even mad, dude. I'm just going to point out how they're a dickhead. It's like, doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the outside perception is that you guys are on the same plane, and
you guys are battling each other on this exactly on the same playing field. You've stooped down to their level, and now you guys are peers in the whole thing.
I mean,
right?
That's an accurate way to put it. But I mean, listen, we sound like the parents of like middle school children.
Oh my God,
like, don't stoop to their level. But it's, I mean, if they would have just given us more information as children and not just like hitting us with the top level version of it, then we would have been better off.
Yeah. I don't know. I think is that just what happens to you when you're a dad? You literally just go full dad mode. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's directly because I'm a dad or if it's because
like me too. Like we just delve into
suffer.
Yeah, we just delve into these middle school parent talks and dad talks and shit. I guess it just happens, dude. Huh?
Maybe that's a good reason that we named it Dad Meat, but I don't know if it's directly related to me being a dad. I think it's more related to me like just flailing around in my own life, and I'm saying it to myself mostly. Is what it is.
Dude, sell yourself first, Tim. Yeah, I mean, that's like I'm literally completely blanking right now because I was just getting so hung up on the dad stuff. But yeah, I think that maybe it's just experience. Like that was going to be my point. Maybe just the older you get, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
because 18-year-old Tim would be like, yeah, fuck that, dude, right?
I don't know that I gave a shit about anything in a meaningful way at 18.
No.
Yeah, that's what that was the problem. Like I did jujitsu when I was like 19, 20. And all I can think about now when I look back on that is just what a terrible student I was.
Really? You seem like the type of kid who did good in school.
No, I was a terrible student. I had massive personal problems that prevented me from doing a good job at anything. And I didn't do any of the work to fix those until probably I was in my 30s.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's fine. I mean,
I sucked in a lot of ways.
Really? Because you seem like you've just always ruled, dude.
I don't know that I even rule now, but
I'm shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna let myself suck anymore.
Shut the fuck up. You do, and you know so many people fucking love you, dude.
I feel like I have like a mutual relationship with a ton of people now because it's like, you know, it's not very one-sided at all, and I have like standards for the people that I interact with. So like. It's not like I don't feel like I have any kind of like notoriety or recognition at all. I just feel like I'm meeting a lot of people. That's all.
True. That is one way to look at it. But from the outside looking in, you get notoriety. I don't know how true that is, or how valid from my point of view, and from I'm sure everybody who knows you from anything's point of view, you definitely have some level of notoriety.
Well, that feels cool to hear someone say, but I mean, it doesn't.
Dude, I'm serious. I'm not just sucking your dick right now.
I don't think you would. Of all people, I don't think you would.
Yeah, no, trust me, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'd be sucking my own bird first, dude.
Yeah, I mean, please, yeah, you better.
We haven't even gotten into sucking your own bird once, dude.
That's how multifaceted I am, dude. You think I'm coming in hot with suck your own bird energy? We never even touch on it. No, absolutely, dude. Who put the Photoshop of you as like a statue in South America? Davey Collins, dude. Deadeye Davey.
Dude, Deadeye Davey is the fucking man. Shout out to him. I don't know if he ever's gonna watch us tonight. He's like a Philly guy, right?
Yeah, he's around the Philly area, and he's just so quick with the Photoshops.
There's a couple guys that are
if anyone
so
on a podcast makes a joke, he'll have a Photoshop of it before they upload the episode.
Did he do 2 R's and an N, dude?
I don't know if he did. Did he?
He must have. Like the moving company. Right after you guys made the joke. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Yeah.
I thought he was just some random Twitter guy, and then is that this? I'm literally
he's
so
a comic
scatterbrained
too.
Yeah. He does stand up, and did he have a heart attack? Is this the same guy, or am I mixing up people on Twitter?
There's a couple of people with some serious health issues. I forget exactly what his health issues were. I don't know if it was a full-on heart attack, but
something recently, right? He was in the hospital. Okay,
yeah.
So then yes, I'm not mixing up guys.
We checked in on him
on the internet.
And, he was good the last we talked to him.
Yeah, he's fucking funny, man. Does Torelli do any shit for you, like Photoshop stuff? Steve Torelli?
From once in a while, especially when we're like when we're guests on like compound stuff. Yeah,
he's the king of all that in that universe. But
it's pretty cool that like everything that he does has that like established style.
Yeah, it's almost like I want to say the closest thing I can put it to is, and I don't know if everyone get this reference, I know you will, is Borderlands, the cell shading.
Yeah.
It's almost like a weird Borderlands type character, but it's sick. He's done a few of our things. It just, I feel like
that's what's up.
Yeah, I feel like
that's so cool because like so then when he does your stuff, then it's like visually it gets connected to like some pretty fucking sick shit.
Mm-hmm. And that's why we're so fucking blessed as far as like, dude, I've said this from the jump. I am expecting the worst and hoping for the best with being on a podcast. There's 99,000 million of them. And it's like someone listens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, but yeah, like you said, we're so blessed to already, before we even started this shit or before we jumped on Ski Mask Network, we were already kind of like friends or at least knew a lot of people in like these kind of universes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and then to like you said, be associated with them, like seeing Matt and Shane or any Compound Media show or yours or Gas Digital, and then you see our artwork with the same style. Like you said, it kind of relates it. But
that's great. And
I don't know.
Dude, I do want to mention, like, so I think I don't know if we talked about this like in the beginning or right before we went live, but like when we first connected, it was because you came over to Twitch. We played Bloodborne together. We did mention that. But then when I saw you doing the ski mask shit, I was like, oh, did I not know that Fenz is like an established guy? Like I just assumed that you were already established because you jumped right into it. I only just found out tonight that you only started doing this shit a couple months ago. I thought it was like going on way before that.
Nah, literally, I don't know, maybe August, maybe 3 months ago max. I'd have to look. I don't know.
And you didn't do any kind of like public shit before that. You were just a car salesman.
Just literally a car salesman, man. Never done anything.
I mean, that's beating the odds. Like,
you think so?
Going from just selling fucking cars to putting out like podcasts and shit and never once being like hey guys, sorry we haven't uploaded anything in a while. This week we're going to talk about, and it's just like listing things that happened in sports for an hour and a half.
Yeah, dude.
Skipping that and going straight into just hot casts. That's monumental.
It's funny too, dude. I really appreciate that, Tim. Like I said, I think I said this before the show, but dude, that means a lot coming from my fucking one of my favorite podcasters, comedians, but anything, all the titles, dude. It's like playing catch with Tom Brady, dude. No, I'm just like, holy shit, I'm casting
right now. Now people are gonna think you're jerking me off. Knock it off.
Nah, this dude, it is what it is. I can fucking jerk you off. I've had a few butt heavies, but yeah, dude, it's Six said the same thing. I went on his Twitch stream with him and Shana one time, and we're just playing, and he's like, yo, Fenz, when are you gonna fucking tell me you had a podcast? Yeah, you don't even fucking invite us on. And I was like, I don't know, dude. I just started doing it like a month ago. I was like, I told him, I think I might have said this to you guys too. Is like, I said on your Twitch stream, I feel so fucking gay for asking guys like you and Rainey and Six and Shana, where I've talked to them and been like, hey man, you want to do my fucking podcast?
No way.
And Six said had the same reaction, which surprised me and made me feel good. Where he was like, dude, don't even worry about it. Of course, we want to come on. He's like, you know how many people we get offered? It's like, hey, man, you want to come on our podcast? It's a cooking show. And what we do is we each make a dish. And like, you know what I mean? Like some kind of like weird theme or just some like guy out of nowhere. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. And
dude.
I don't know. That just made me fucking
like there's like a million so I have the same insecurities about starting a podcast, by the way. I still feel like a fucking retard for owning a podcast.
Dude, when I think... Oh my God. Can I stop you 1 second? Please don't
Absolutely,
lose your thought.
dude. Please, no. I got
Today, I was thinking to myself, I think I was driving, and the thought crossed my mind, and it goes, dude, what is your kid going to think of you when he finds out his dad had a podcast? Like, is this going to be like some hack fucking like my dad was a DJ or like my dad was you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you just get real insecure. Same with the Twitch. You're like, oh, dude, I'm a Twitch streamer because you just doubt yourself. You know what I mean?
But you feel silly. You feel like a fucking jerk off.
Sometimes it feels cool. Like when we're having a great time, like right now on the show I just did, the show last night. Fuck, the show on Tuesday was fucking so fun, dude. You know what I mean?
I slam cabinets after shows that people tell me were great.
Dude, say and
I have a terrible time getting to sleep.
Yeah, man. I'm the same way, dude, where I'm like, yeah, it was all right, I guess. And then I got people being like, hey man, that was so fucking good. And I'm like, are you sure? Like you're not just like fucking with me. You know what I mean?
Even like streams or shows where all I can say is that I didn't fall on my face. I will want to crash my car. I can't take the feeling sometimes, but it's not too tough of a hurdle to get over. I have people that care about me. I'm not worried, but I agreed to do I did a podcast guest appearance years ago. And this was when all like the Delco, like we were about to have a TV show on Comedy Central, and I agreed to be a guest on a podcast. And I got there, and it was like all they did was talk about like things that happened in sports that week. With it's okay. Not everybody's funny, right? But there was no insight. They had nothing to say. They were just like, "Yeah, man. I mean, what's he going to get traded again for like an hour and a half?" And at one point, all I could think was like, "Why do you guys think anyone needs to hear you?"
Dude, I think that almost every single episode. I'm like,
it's just like if you don't think you're a retard, you're probably a fucking idiot.
True.
If you don't think you're a terrible podcaster, no one wants to hear you.
That's true. And I'm trying to I've tried to like listen back to certain things that I thought was funny to be like, was that good, or like things that I thought were bad. And just clips, because I can't really like listen to like full entire episodes. I adopted Nick Mullen policy. He's to this day is like I've never listened to an episode of Come Town. Yeah. And I try and adopt that. I'll only go back if I'm like, that was fucking hilarious, or like that was terrible. I want to see like how that went, or like what was said. But yeah, it's like something about, it's the same concept as when you hear your own voice. You go, dude, I sound like that, because it doesn't sound like that voice in your head.
You can get over that part. Maybe you can get over all of it. Maybe we're all just such babies at this.
Maybe we're just such fucking pussies, dude.
Yeah.
Such little titty babies that are fucking, wah, I suck at this.
I don't know. I still feel greedy with people's time. And I once I get over that, maybe I'll be successful.
Dude, you're on your fucking way, dude. Dad Meat's on the rise. Hopefully we get the fucking Dad Meat bump that you guys gave Colin the other day.
That was not. He was on Legion of Skanks like the day before that.
You think that was it? Yeah. I'll give you I love Legion of Skanks, but fuck them. I'm giving Dad Meat full credit for that. I'm calling it for Dad Meat. No, but dude, before you guys got there, like, because the show was supposed to start at whatever, you guys were eating dinner or something, and it was just him, how he usually does, just talks to the chat and chills. And I literally watched this guy get like 40 Patreons. I was like, hey, Colin's been on our show. I've talked to him. He fucking rules. I love him to death. I was like, look at Colin go, dude.
He's so good
for him. He's so fucking funny, man. And he does deserve it. He's one of those guys that should be getting the attention.
Oh, it's very clear there's something coming for him.
100%, dude. 100%. Do you see any similarities between him and Gillis? People always talk about that. I don't see it. People call him like budget Shane Gillis or like skinnier Shane Gillis. Like he talks about it all the time.
I don't see any similarities.
Me neither.
Aside from them being like very tall, pudgy white guys.
That's about it, right?
That is about it.
Is Colin even that pudgy?
I think he's getting fat in quarantine.
He said he said on our podcast he was getting fat, but I was like, dude, you look fucking fine.
He's so much taller than you'd think.
Yeah, isn't he over 6 foot?
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
I figure he'd be like a 5'8" Irishman, like
blew
most
me
of
up,
them.
blew me away. I was like, what
the? Oh shit! Hi, yeah. How are you, sir?
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's gonna be cool to watch him like achieve, but I think it might already be starting.
Yeah, I think he's starting his takeoff for sure. I can see as like a fan, because at the end of the day, dude, I'm just a fan of all this shit. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Damn, Tim, getting deep. You're just a fan of it all.
I don't know, man. I'm rooting for a lot of my boys.
Your boys are all on the fucking upslope, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
It's sick, dude.
I'm a front runner. I wasn't friends with any of these
you weren't
dudes.
a front, dude.
I wasn't friends with any of these dudes before they started having sick podcasts.
Yeah. Hey, remember me from the open mic? Matt and Shane now. But yeah, dude. Yeah, you were with the boys when they got fucking exiled from the community, dude. You guys were like castaways together.
We went down with them.
Well, that's how you're supposed to do it, man. That's why you guys are fucking great. You're genuine. You fucking say the right shit. And not the right shit, but you just say what you're going to say. You know, you're not going to censor yourself, and you guys are funny and all fucking. And on top of that, cool as fuck. Every single one of you to a T. Some comedians I've dealt with, dickheads, complete dickheads. And I've talked about this on the show a million times, how thin-skinned and how you've been legit in comedy. Like, I've never done stand-up. I've tried to write jokes as a big comedy fan my whole life. I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
I got to be honest. I don't really like stand-up. I don't even like watching it.
I can't watch it anymore. I used to love stand-up specials 10, 15, 20 years ago. Right?
But I mean, like, how many times have you heard something on Come Town that was funnier than any stand-up bit you've ever seen?
almost 2 an episode.
Yeah, true.
Like literally there'll be at least one, what if blah blah blah, and you're just like, holy
I'm so
shit,
tripped
dude.
up. I listened to the Staten Island the Staten Island guy calling into the suicide hotline, the
Dude.
Anthony Loneliano. I haven't heard a stand-up bit that made me laugh as much as that in my entire life.
Is that the one where he was like oh fuck, I can't remember verbatim right now, but he was something like I don't know, I might have some sexual issues, maybe. Was that the same bit?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah. Do you think you might possibly be a homosexual? And he's like, oh, hey.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
hey.
so fucking. That's better than the best stand-up bit.
It really is. That's exactly what it was. He goes, you think you might have some, you might be a homosexual. And he's like, whoa, hey, I don't know. Maybe. Is there someplace I can go to talk about that? Man. So Nick Mullen is, holy fuck, is he good? Dude.
So I mean, so stand-up is what it is. People still like it. Maybe it'll be different in the future. Maybe stand-up will change. I know that when I do it, I'm not going up with well-crafted jokes.
Right?
But people seem to enjoy it. I'm trying to do like the Twitch stream just on stage. Yeah.
You're like, let's go to the chat. You got a teleprompter. You're like, what are they fucking doing?
I'm just talking to people.
Yeah.
I'm just, but obviously, like if you're going for a night out, you're paying for tickets to a show and drinks and shit like that, and you got a date. You don't want to see some guy like, hey man, you like to come, right? You don't want to watch that. Or maybe some people do. I don't know.
If it's a well-crafted joke, I mean, that's come town.
Fuck it. Fucking well-crafted.
It's like,
what a well-crafted joke.
Batman was RoboCop and the Joker sewed his asshole shut, and he had to either go fuck Rachel or unsew his asshole.
I'm not kidding, dude. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of I opened with 5 minutes of just like threatening to suck dudes' dicks instead of fighting.
On brand. At least he ain't fake.
True. That's
on brand, dude.
That's what I owe them. I got to show them who I am. That's all it is.
100%, dude.
I'm gonna get some sponsors. I'm gonna start sucking my own bird on stage. Like, you guys got to see this, dude.
You get like the drum roll, like it's a magic show.
I'm gonna be like Gallagher. I'm gonna be reverse Gallagher. I'm gonna be wearing the splash suit, just coming on myself.
You don't worry, crowd. I'm getting it only on myself.
I'm gonna smash my own balls with a mallet and just explode cum all over my own face,
dude. Fucking the video you put of that guy with the absolute hammer sucking his own dick made me laugh so hard, dude. I couldn't believe that. And then I heard on the episode, I listened to the last one with the caller a few days ago, and he said it was gone. I'm glad I got to see it before it disappeared.
Oh, is it gone?
He said it was. I haven't tried to look at it again, but
he probably had a coward's heart when it came down to watching it, and he didn't.
You think so?
Yeah, he didn't hit play.
Seems like they'll call a fox, dude.
I feel like I just saw it. I feel like I just saw it again today.
Maybe. Yeah, what are you clicking on, dude? You're only following self-suck accounts?
It's a very expensive habit. Yeah, these dudes are fucking hungry for coins or whatever they take.
Yeah. What do they take? I think they take coins.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
All right, Chatterbait. What the fuck do they take? Yeah, coins.
Tip coins.
Yeah. Thank you. Imagine if it was like Twitch where they thanked them every time.
Hey, man. Hey, what's up, dude? Tim Butterly, thank you for the $5 donation. I'm just gonna keep sucking my own bird if you don't mind. Blah, 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 blah.
Dude, Twitch is it's OnlyFans for fat retards at this point, right? It's gotta be, man.
Yeah, shit. I guess so.
I've said this before, I think, on here, but if I was a chick and I could put on Pikachu ears and smoke weed and lay in bed and play with my pussy for $10,000 or more a month, you better believe that's exactly what Paulina Fenz would be doing, dude.
That's a good point.
Would you not?
Yeah. I mean, I would show my asshole. I would spread my asshole for $10,000 a month.
I mean, as a guy, you'd be like, would I jerk off on Chatterbait? And it's like, probably not.
That's the biggest problem is like, if you did that as a guy, first of all, very probably small audience of women want to watch.
That was my point. You're not going to make shit. Like if it was the same amount, I might be jerking off on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
fucking 10 G's a month. The same things. Put on Pikachu ears, smoke weed, jerk my fucking meat.
It's not cool for a guy to try it.
Not only is it not cool and sex positive, I don't even think you're considered a sex worker. You know how everyone's all strung up on like, support your sex workers, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even. If you're a male porn star or
You're a volunteer sex worker.
Yeah, you're literally. You might as well be in the fucking sex worker reserves, dude.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yes.
You go once a weekend and jerk off, dude? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm shoving dragon dicks up my asshole here every night.
Yeah.
Thank you for the tip, by the way.
I got the pink thing in my asshole vibrating. The Lush Sense, I think it's called. But fuck, dude, we've been going for an hour 20, Tim.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to chew
No,
up your
do
entire
not
night.
apologize, dude. I want to wrap it up for you, man. We've been going forever. This is fucking amazing, dude. Thank you for coming on, Tim. Plug all your shit, man.
Thanks for having me. I don't know. Listen to Dad Meat. You can follow our YouTube channel, youtube.com/dadmeat. We also have our first merch ever. As long as you are a normal human shape, we still have some left at dadmeat.com. And follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tim Butterly. I'll probably go live tonight, Thursday. It's Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday.
You going on tonight?
Probably. I do want to play video games, but
dude, hop on.
See what's up.
I didn't catch it live because I was recording on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday you last stream, right?
Yeah.
Demon Souls. But I saw the replay and I wanted to see what it was like. And holy fuck, does that game look good?
Oh, it's the fucking best. And,
I have been scouring the internet for a PlayStation 5
good luck,
since I've seen it, and I refuse to pay $1,000 for a 4 or 5.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to. I'll fucking get it. Once
you got to shark one out yourself.
I'll fucking get one, dude. Hopefully.
Yeah, Tuesday night I also interviewed Mike Harrington about his big fight in Lake Havasu. That was the fucking shit.
I don't think I got to that part. I think I just watched some of the Demon Souls.
Yeah, it was toward the end.
No shit.
Yeah,
he fucked that guy up. I saw the replay.
Clobbered him.
He handled himself like an amateur boxer. He looked like he knew what he was doing out there.
But I had him walk me through like the entire week and the preparation for it, and he was like very honest about like it, and it was a nice time. It was a cool hangout.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe he just went in there like that out of nowhere and just fucking banged that dude out. We'll see what do you think? Now, let me ask you this before we go. What are your predictions for when Lewis actually fights Ellis? In a real MMA bout, as an MMA buff yourself.
I've trained with Lewis. He's got a chance.
Yeah.
Watching how Harrington's training paid off in his fight. Obviously Lewis's opponent's like higher level, Jason Ellis. But Jason Ellis has a bad wheel, a bad ticker.
Yep.
And Lewis is training his fucking dick off with like UFC fighters.
Is he training with Bisping?
No, Mickey Gall.
Oh, dude. Has he ever trained with Bisping? I know they did that one thing.
I don't know. I don't know if Bisping makes a lot of time for training these days.
I watched the video real quick. I watched a video on Twitter today of Bisping fighting Luke Rockhold, and they're doing the glove tap, and he goes, "No touch, no touch. I'll touch you in a second, motherfucker." And then literally it just cuts to him knocking him out. I was like, "Yeah,
that was satisfying.
Yeah,
that was satisfying,
dude.
I think Lewis is going to do it. That's my official.
I'm rooting for him. 100%. I'm rooting for him. I thought I thought they were on even playing field until someone told me that Rogan told. I don't know. I think Dave Smith went on and he told him to tell Lewis, don't do the fight. You might get fucked up in the, you might get CTE'd out forever. And I was like, really?
Nah.
I thought he's a skateboarder turned MMA guy. I know he's good.
But he's been training for like years.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. At that level, you're not going to be able to, if you're as bad as Rogan says you are, you're not going to be able to stay in the fight long enough to take that like devastating damage.
True. You might just get one and
then you'll crumble. Maybe you'll take a body shot and it'll make you shit yourself.
Oh, man,
that's a real danger.
That would be sick, dude.
No, the worst case scenario is that like, Lewis takes kind of a beating, but I think he would be pretty tough about taking a beating.
Yeah.
And he would at least be able to wear that.
He'd own it. He wouldn't cry at least.
Yeah. I don't really see a downside for Gomez.
No, me neither. No, actually, Beezer said one time a downside. I don't know if he said it to me or on one of his podcasts, but he told Lewis, dude, he's got same thing as you, bad ticker, 2 or 3 knee surgeries. If you lose this, you're gonna look like a dickhead, dude.
Yeah, but at the same time, if I went up there to train with Gomez tomorrow with like a sprained ankle, I would probably still throw him around in jiu-jitsu. Yeah,
but I mean, you're a professional, dude. No big deal.
Well, I mean, Ellis is probably better than me.
You think at BJJ?
No, maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe all around.
I don't know how conditioned he is in it. I don't know how seriously he takes it.
True.
I don't know. We're gonna learn. We're gonna find out. We're
gonna find out. Do you know when it is? I thought this was gonna. I thought this was gonna be it, and then it's like, oh, it's blind boxing on Lake Havasu. I was like, cool, I guess. But I thought that was gonna be the MMA fight.
I think originally it was supposed to be until the heart attack.
well, T's and P's. I hope you're doing well, Jason. L. Seems like you're doing good. I like how he has a heart attack. He's like, I'll still box you. I'll still box you, mate.
And his knee is fucked. His knee was in like the most serious leg brace I've ever seen in my life.
Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace.
Worse.
Like,
way worse
than that?
Dude. It looked like a pressure cooker was wrapped around his knee.
So he had the Gronkowski. I don't know if you know, Rob Gronkowski fucked up his arm. He literally had like a half a Darth Vader arm.
Yeah, it's like a knee halo.
Because his fucking elbows was so fucked up. But anyways, we'll wrap it there. You guys fucking know the show. Follow, subscribe to this if you're listening to it, twitch.tv/Fenz1776. And that's it. Timmy, thank you so fucking much for coming on, dude. This has been
great
unreal.
to spend some time with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Dude, appreciate it. And I'll probably hop on the Twitch